Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about that EVAM in the UI builder, how you can use the EVAM in your UI builder. In our past sessions actually I'm able to configure the page such a way that based on your category your content item is actually rendering. So if I select the office related content item are rendering here. The reason behind using the EVAM is that EVAM have a great opportunity where you can, without touching this UI builder or your portal platform, you can actually configure and then you can rearrange the field. So also EVAM have a one good component called dataset. Using the dataset, you can actually show the data very nicely in your UI builder. So let's see that how you can use the EVAM in our page and how you can make this page very looks nicely. The first step is that you can go to your left navigation and search for that EVAM. So once you search for the EVAM, you can see that a complete module called Entity View Action Mapping. Entity is nothing but to fetch the data from somewhere. So let's say the entity means the record. So record is going to be mapped with the view, and then view, based on the view you can actually do some action. So this is the full form of the EVAM. So Entity View Action Mapping, and it start with that in EVAM definition. So you have to start with EVAM definition. So this is our EVAM definition. Here I'm going to create a new EVAM definition. So let's create a new EVAM definition. Once I put that name called demo workspace, you have a sorting method here. I'm not doing anything. I just leave that field as it is and then click the save button. So your EVAM definition is created. And then once your EVAM definition is created, you have a left side called EVAM data resource. So data resource means that from where we are trying to fetch the data. So as we are representing that catalog item, so we should fetch the data from the catalog item. So we'll click that create and link. And after that, you have to define the table name from which table I want to fetch the data. So our case is SCCat item. We selected that catalog item table. Now here you need to define the filter condition. So which type of catalog item you want to filter. So for example, I want to filter all this active catalog item. So we'll say that active. And then sort by field is an important field. So if you don't define that sort by field, your EVAM data might not render. So make sure that when you defining that EVAM, don't skip the sort by part. And although I know it's not a mandatory field, but I see that there are some issues. So make sure you select the sort by. I'll select that sort by as a name. And our EVAM definition is completed. So it means that we are able to fetch the data from data resources, or we can say that we can fetch the data from the catalog item. Now I want to show the data. So this is, we actually fetch the data. So it's called entity. Now view. So here we are going to configure that view. So what type of view we want to do that? We can simply create a link and simply submit that. So you created a view called catalog item view. It's a M2M table. So it's created a catalog item view. Inside that you can see EVAM view configuration. So you can define inside that. So we'll click the new again here. The reason behind that M2M and multiple tables is that you can actually call multiple fields or multiple tables together. So that's the reason they have created. So let's say that you can fetch the knowledge article, you can fetch the catalog item in the same entity views. That's the reason it have a multiple M2M. So here I'll say that catalog item view. Again here I need to define the table. So we'll put that SCCat item table. Now, which all field I want to fetch at that moment. So let's say that I will fetch the name, short description, picture, price, picture. And you can add this field later. We can put the order equal to 100. So our view is defined, which all fields I'm going to fetch. That's also defined. I said that I'm going to fetch the name, short description, price, picture. So this is also defined. So we actually able to fetch the data. Now one of the important thing is called view template. So using the view template, you can actually represent, or you can show that how your data will be looks in your pages. Like when the page will be rendered, how your data will be looks like that you can define under view template. So we'll click here, and then you can see multiple already view are there. So we are going to create a new view. So we'll click the new button. So this is the template field where we have created the template, and then we'll just save the record, and we'll actually define the view just after this same. So you have created this template called catalog list template, and let's save this record. Now let's open this record here in the next tab. So this is our template view. So we will say that catalog. So this is our template view. Here we need to define a JSON template. So we need to define a JSON. So what I'll do, if you see that this is the example code that has been provided by ServiceNow, I'll simply copy and paste the whole code. This is a complete JSON. The top is called component. Inside the component, it says the component name. So it's a ServiceNow card. So how your card will be looks like that is name is defined here. After that, there is a two section. One is the static section, and after that mapping section. So static, in this static means that how your static data will be like that. So you can see that in this each static have a different kind of name. For example, highlighted header icon. So what will be your highlighted header icon? What will be your highlighted background color? That is already defined here. So these are the static field. Now if you scroll down under this mapping, you can see that this is a dynamic, or you can see it's a mapping. It means the dynamic field. So what will be your highlighted header value? From where this highlighted header value will become. So you can say that the highlighted value will become from the title. So you can put that name here. So this should become from sccat item name. So you can change that to sccat item name. So we'll say that the highlighted label will become from the name. Then we can say that what should be the highlighted header label. So text header label, that you can define. Let's say that I want to put that short description. So we'll say that instead of name, we can say that short description. So this way actually you can map multiple fields. So when a page will be rendered, you can actually map multiple fields. Then you can say that whenever the image will be loaded, from where this photo will become, the photo will become from the photo field or picture fields. So you can define that. So based on this, you can actually render this card. We'll update these little bit later, but at the moment, whatever is there, I'm not changing that. I just put that name. I just put the short description. We'll update little bit other field. So let's say that I want to put that here called subtitle called description. So we'll put that description. And once we change this description field needs to be added here. So we'll add this description here also. Okay. This way you can actually map, or you can call this multiple filter and map here. Under this action mapping, you can do multiple mapping, like what you want to do. So whenever this button will be clicked, you want to do certain actions, you can define there. So let's say that I will say click action. Under this click action, the navigation will be there. What does it mean by that? We'll know a little bit later, but you can see we have multiple static fields. Statics are how your images, how your data will be looks like that. So that I'm defining here. And you can see the details level 1. So this details level 1 is here details value 1 should be coming from email. That's what they are saying. So label will be called details level 1 should be email address, and then value will be email of that catalog item. That's what I'm trying to say, but we can update that later. So let's save that. So your template is defined. So your template or data is defined. So that's all. So your EVAM is pretty much completed. So your EVAM definition is completed. You can later add, update multiple fields whenever you need it. That's a completely free hand for you. Now, if you go here, I just want to repeat that we have created a EVAM definition called demo workspace. So let's open that demo workspace. Under this demo workspace, we have created a data resources called catalog item. So we want to fetch the data from the catalog item. So we define that catalog item. And under this view, we have defined called catalog item view. And inside that catalog item view, we actually define that view configuration, like which all field should become, like what all field we needed. And then under this view template, we define that how they will be mapped with each other, like which field will be matched with each other. So that's all defined here. Now I'll go to this UI builder and open our demo workspace. This is the UI builder. And this is what page? This is the category page. So we'll open this category page, category admin page. So inside category page, you can see we have a component called viewport. So viewport, we know what is the viewport. Viewport is a child page. So let me open this child page here. So this is the child page here. Inside the child page, we have a category content item that is holding everything. So category content page is actually the page that's showing all this content here. So these all are content are coming from this category content page. So let's load this category content page first. So this is the category content page, you can see. And then in this category content page, basically what we did, we have a repeater that repeats that each component, and then based on that, it is doing whatever things we are looking for. So it's doing the lookup records, and then from the lookup records, it's doing that. So as you know that this is a mandatory parameter, and the parameter is looking for the type. Let me put the type for the time being called item and click apply, so that it load the pages and it can bring some data. So as you can see that this is the content item page that brings all the data. Now what we are trying to do that we define that EVM. So we define that EVM definition, we configure the view, we are able to query to the entity table on the catalog item. Now, if you go back to this entity view configuration, here it was active false. So you need to be active and save first. So your view config is active right now, and we will actually able to fetch the catalog item. So let's see how we can fetch that. So simply you can do that. We have a data resource. We can simply click here, add data resource, go to the data resource. Once you search for the EVAM data resource that can bring our data. So let's select this EVAM data resource here. And if you see that this is under global application, and in this configuration, we need these are the parameters. So let's add this EVAM. Okay. Now we need to define the EVAM definition. What is our EVAM definition name? Our EVAM definition name called demo workspace. So we'll select this demo workspace. Once we select that, you can see it start fetching the data. Okay. The composite data review, and if you go to that inside there, it's actually fetch some items. So these are the 20 items which fetch that. And then if you open these each item, you can see the template called now cart view record. That is nothing but our template name. So if we go here, this is the template. So this is our template record that show that what should be our component name called now cart EVAM record. So let's see. So now cart EVAM record, and it have some all this mapping. So let's open that here. So now you can see on the top it have the property value. If I open this property value, these have these called details level 1, details level 2. These all are actually mapped here. Some of them are not showing properly because we have not mapped proper field here. So that's okay. So we are actually able to fetch the data from the backend, and you can see that we have defined the page size equal to 20. So that's the reason it's actually able to fetch 20 data at that moment. So 20 catalog item it able to fetch that. Now what we can do here, so this is we actually fetch the data through that EVAM data resource. You can say that EVAM, you can rename actually EVAM catalog data resource or catalog. So once you have done this, all these steps, the next step is that we had to add a component to render this EVAM. So whatever is in the repeater, let it be. I'm not touching this repeater at that moment. On top of this repeater, I want to add one more component. So I'll click that add after component, and then here I will search for dataset. So I'll search for dataset. So we'll add that datasets component here. You can see that it's a dataset is created here, and then if I click here, you can define the title of the dataset. Let's say that I'm not putting anything data title at that moment. And here you have a data component. In this data component, you can directly map this EVAM, that fetch actually data. So what you can do, you can simply click this dynamic binding, go to this data resource, and then select that EVAM data, and then double click this EVAM data view and click apply. Once I have done this one, you can see that I can save that option. So let's save that and let's see how it looks like that. So after refresh, it should show the data set. So you can see this data sets is right now present here, and these data sets are properly working. There are some you can see that you can change the display count if you want. Now, if you want to add some content, something, if you want to do that, you can simply go to this our EVAM configuration and template page, and then you can simply update there. For example, we can update this description is coming, right? So this description is coming. We can change this to short description. You can simply do that. So this is description is coming as HTML. We can change to the short description. How can we do that? We can simply go to this template page. So this is our template page. Let's refresh there. And then here, what you can do that under this description, we can simply put the short description and then put here. What will be happening in this case? This description will be populated with a short description. Okay. Let's see how it looks like that. So we just change that short description. Now you can add multiple fields if you want. Okay. So you can put that username, you can put the photo, whatever is your, if I go back to this SCCat item table, and let's say that I want to fetch the category and I want to do something mapping on the category. I want to do some catalog mapping. So I can do that. So let's see that. First, see that where the image is coming. So from which component the image is showing. So we'll go here. You can see that the image component name called picture. So we'll copy this name and then paste to our template. So instead of this photo, we'll change to that picture. Okay. And then, secondary header, we can put like, I want to put that there called catalog. So we'll put that SC catalog name. So we'll put that, or maybe category. I want to put the category. So I'll put that category.name. So I'll go here on that template. We'll put that category.name. Then that's it. I'm not changing much. Let's save that. And let's refresh our workspace. So basically, you don't need to go and change the UI builder. You can go to this template and you can start modifying that. So you can see that it starts showing the images. It starts showing the short description. It starts showing that like that. You can change this, view if you want. Here, this aviator. So this is like who created this item, that you can show the name. So what you can do, we can go here and then map call here. So aviator name and then aviator URL you can populate there. So let's say, for example, I want to put the aviator name should be called whoever is the owner, their name I want to populate. You can also do that. So you can, if the data is populated here, you can just go and then put there. So this way you can actually, map this data set, and that can beautifully represent your data without, in future, if you want to make any changes, anything without doing anything, you can simply go and update that on your template and it will reflect here. Okay, but here is the one thing is pending here. I'll show you that what is the pending thing. So if you go and change your category like software or peripheral, it was changing in the bottom. If you see, it is refreshing, changing that. That thing is not working because it is not taking any parameter like what is the category. So it is not taking that parameter. Instead of that, what it is taking, it is just going to these data resources and whatever filter condition we have defined here, like under these data resources, that actually taking care of that. So it is not taking our page parameter condition or whatever we are actually passing here or whatever I have selecting here. This is not taking that way. It is only taking that static filter that we have set here called catalog item table has to be fetched, and then active is true and order by name. So that's what it is doing. It is not doing any dynamic filtering condition. In our next sessions, I will resolve that issue. So till the time being, thank you very much. Have a great day.